welcome to the Mr. English podcast channel. We are so thrilled you're tuning in. I'm Anna.
And I'm David. It's great to have you with us. We're here to help you not just learn English, but to build a life where you feel more confident and capable, one small step at a time.
Exactly. We're not just about grammar rules, we're about building better habits, a stronger mindset, and ultimately a better you. Today, we're diving into a topic that completely changed the game for me, the morning routine. And we're going to show you how a simple morning ritual can make you feel focused, powerful, and ready to conquer English.
I love the word powerful, not in an aggressive, loud way, but in a quiet, steady sense of control. The feeling that you are the one steering your day, not the other way around.
Oh, I know the other way around all too well. Before I discovered this routine, my mornings were pure chaos. I'd wake up to my alarm screaming, immediately grab my phone, and the wave of notifications and emails would just hit me. I remember once trying to answer a work email while making coffee, and I ended up pouring hot water all over the counter instead of in the cup. That was my rock bottom. I started the day feeling flustered, reactive, and already defeated.
We've all been there. That feeling of being already behind the moment your eyes open. It's a terrible way to start. For me, it was the mental checklist of worries that would start running instantly. But the routine we're sharing today is your shield against that. It's simple, it's backed by science, and it takes just a few minutes.
The key word here is consistency. Doing these tiny things every single day trains your brain. Your English improves, your focus sharpens, and your self-belief skyrockets. So we have a question for you, our amazing listeners. What's the very first feeling you experience when you wake up? Be honest. Is it calm or is it a jolt of stress? Drop one word in the comments below. Seeing those shared experiences helps everyone feel a little less alone in this.
Absolutely. And if you're looking for a calm, supportive community to learn English, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It tells us you want more of this content and helps other learners find this space.
All right, are you ready to transform your mornings?
Let's do this.
So before we get into the how, let's talk about the why. Why are mornings so critically important, especially for learning a language?
It all comes down to your brain. When you first wake up, your brain is in a unique state. Think of it like a freshly wiped whiteboard. It's clean, clear, and at its most receptive. There isn't a lot of clutter from the day's stresses yet. This is the golden hour for learning and building new neural pathways.
I love that analogy of a clean whiteboard. My old morning routine was like grabbing a handful of permanent markers and scribbling chaotically all over it before I even got out of bed. Checking social media, reading bad news. It filled my brain with noise, and a noisy, stressed brain is terrible at learning. You can't absorb new vocabulary when your mind is already in panic mode.
That's scientifically accurate. When you start your day with stress, your body floods with a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is your fight or flight hormone. It's useful if you're being chased by a bear, but it's terrible for higher-level thinking, memory, and creativity, all the things you need to learn English effectively. A gentle morning routine, on the other hand, keeps cortisol levels low and promotes a state of calm focus.
It's about creating a protective bubble for yourself. You're consciously deciding to start with peace instead of panic. This isn't about becoming a productivity machine who wakes up at 4 a.m. to run a marathon before breakfast. It's about taking tiny, deliberate steps to ground yourself.
Grounded is the perfect word. It means feeling stable and centered no matter what the day throws at you. This routine is your anchor. It ensures that you begin your day with a small win, which builds momentum for more wins, including your English practice. One calm start, one small victory, one step closer to your goals. Step 1. Choose your first thought, not your phone. Okay, the routine begins the absolute second you become conscious. That first thought is powerful. It sets the tone for everything that follows.
And let's be real, most of us aren't waking up like a Disney character with birds singing around our heads. My reality used to be my alarm blaring, and my first conscious thought was a groan, followed by an immediate mental calculation of how many minutes I could snooze. Then the dread of my inbox would creep in.
Exactly. The default mode is often negative or stressful. The goal here is to be intentional. Intention means you choose your first thought on purpose. Instead of letting your brain's default panic mode take over, you gently guide it. You don't even have to get out of bed for this. Just sit up slowly.
This was a huge shift for me. I made a rule: my phone is not allowed to be the first thing I see. Instead, as I sit up, I choose one simple, gentle thought. At first, it was literally just, okay, it's a new day. That's it. It wasn't some grand philosophical statement. It was just a neutral, calm starting point. It stopped the cascade of anxious thoughts before it could even begin.
That's perfect. My go-to phrase is, let's start slowly. It gives me permission not to rush, not to feel that immediate pressure. Your first thought is like the first domino. If it's a thought of panic, it knocks over a whole line of stressful dominoes. But if it's a thought of calm intention, it sets a completely different, more positive chain reaction in motion. So, your first tiny action is this. Choose one calm sentence. Maybe it's, I will start with peace today, or one thing at a time.
Step 2. The one breath reset. Now that you've set a gentle intention, we bring the body into it with a single mindful breath. It sounds almost too simple to work, but it's incredibly powerful.
It is. This isn't just about breathing. It's about signaling to your entire nervous system. Taking one slow, deep breath activates what's called the parasympathetic nervous system. That's a fancy term for your body's rest and digest mode. In simple terms, you're telling your brain, hey, we're safe. We are not being chased by a tiger. You can relax.
I do this before my feet even touch the floor. After I have my first thought, I take one deep breath in through my nose, hold it for a second, and then let it out slowly through my mouth. It feels like it creates a distinct separation between my sleep state and the potential chaos of the day. It's a moment of pure presence.
And that's what awareness is. Simply paying attention on purpose. You're breathing anyway, so why not do it with intention? It's like hitting a mini reset button for your mind. It clears out the mental fog and brings a little bit of clarity. You can do one breath, or you can do 3. The point isn't the number, it's the quality of your attention.
It's amazing how that one small action can make you feel like you're back in the driver's seat. You're not just being dragged into the day, you're consciously entering it. That's 2 tiny wins already: a calm thought and a calm breath. You're already building a foundation of peace.
Step 3. The easiest brain fuel. Water. All right, next up is hydration. And again, we're keeping it super simple. Just one sip of water.
Just one sip, not a giant bottle you have to chug like you're in a fitness video. I used to think I needed coffee immediately, but I learned that my brain was actually craving water. It makes so much sense when you think about it.
It's pure science. After 7 to 8 hours of sleeping, your body is naturally dehydrated, and your brain is about 75% water. Trying to get your brain to function without water in the morning is like trying to start your car with an empty gas tank. It's just not going to work well. Even a small amount of dehydration can impact your mood, focus, and energy levels.
Here's my personal tip that made this effortless. I keep a glass of water on my nightstand. It's right there, so there are zero excuses. My cat, Mittens, has developed a habit of trying to dip his paw in it, which serves as my final, hilarious morning reminder to drink up before he does.
A feline hydration coach. I love it. And let's be clear, coffee does not count for this step. Neither does tea. They are diuretics, meaning they can actually dehydrate you further. We need pure, simple water. One sip sends a clear signal to your body and brain. We are starting the day with care and fuel.
Step 4. Find the light, even on a cloudy day. Okay, we've hydrated our internal world. Now it's time to connect with the external world by getting some light in our eyes. And no, the light from your phone or your refrigerator does not count.
That refrigerator light only leads to questionable leftover choices, not energy. We're talking about natural light. Getting even 2 to 5 minutes of morning light exposure tells your brain to shut off melatonin production, the sleep hormone, and sets your body's internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm.
I used to think this was impossible. For years, I lived in a city apartment with a window that faced a brick wall. It was gloomy, especially in the winter. But I learned that you don't need brilliant sunshine for this to work. Even the ambient light on a cloudy, overcast day is powerful enough to send that wake-up signal to your brain.
That's a crucial point. Clouds don't cancel out the benefits. Your circadian rhythm is your body's internal boss, telling you when to feel sleepy and when to feel alert and brilliant. Morning light is like giving that boss a strong cup of coffee and a clear schedule for the day. It improves your mood, your focus, and even helps you sleep better at night.
So all you have to do is step outside for a minute, open your balcony door, or just sit by a window while you have that sip of water. I like to imagine I'm a plant doing photosynthesis. I'll literally look towards the window and whisper, "Charging." It feels silly, but it makes the habit stick. Light in your eyes equals light in your mind.
Step 5. The 30-second I'm not a potato stretch. Now that the mind is waking up, let's give the body a gentle nudge. And we emphasize the word gentle. We are not asking you to run a 5K or do a high-intensity workout.
Thank goodness. The goal is not to become an athlete before your first cup of coffee. The goal is simply to signal to your body that it is no longer a horizontal potato. My body often tries to negotiate. It says, "Can we just lie here and think about moving instead?"
The pillow is a very persuasive negotiator. But even a tiny 30-second stretch can work wonders. It increases blood flow to your muscles and, importantly, to your brain. It's like a little spark of energy. We're aiming for a spark, not an explosion. A soft start.
My go-to is a simple cat-cow stretch, which you can do on your hands and knees on the floor, or even just sitting on the edge of your bed. I arch my back like a cat, then dip it down. My spine often makes a sound like a bowl of Rice Krispies, which is just a sign that things are waking up. It feels incredible. You could also just roll your shoulders, reach your arms up to the sky, or gently twist from side to side.
Exactly. One small stretch creates a tiny bit of energy, which creates a tiny bit of motivation. This is a chain reaction. One small physical action makes the next one easier. So, your challenge is simple. Stand up. Stretch for just 30 seconds. Breathe while you do it. That's it. You have successfully told your body that the time for being a potato has passed. Congratulations! You are a functional human. Step 6. Your 5-minute English win. Okay, your body is awake, your mind is calm and clear. Now is the perfect time to give your brain a small, focused task. We call this the 5-minute win. And for our purposes, this is your 5-minute English win.
This step is an absolute game changer. For just 5 minutes, before the noise of the day intrudes, you dedicate your focus to something that moves you toward your goals. Your brain is fresh, it's primed for learning, and there are no distractions yet. This is your sacred time.
When you do this, you're engaging in something called cognitive priming. You are training your brain to believe, I am the kind of person who starts my day with purpose, not distraction. This builds a powerful identity. And remember, 5 minutes every day adds up to over 30 hours in a year. Small effort, massive impact.
So, what can you do in 5 minutes? You could review 5 vocabulary flashcards. You could write one single sentence in English in a journal. You could listen to a 1-minute clip from this podcast and try to write down what you hear. When I was starting out, my 5-minute win was reading one paragraph from an English children's book. It felt small, even silly, but doing it every single day started to change how I saw myself. I wasn't just someone trying to learn English, I was an English learner. That identity shift is everything.
That momentum is key. The secret is that once you start for 5 minutes, you often feel inspired to keep going. But even if you don't, you've already won. You've protected those 5 minutes for your future self. That's a huge victory. Step 7. Find one good thing, even if it's just coffee.
And now for our final step, the one that seals all this positive energy in: gratitude. This is the heart of the routine. One honest moment of appreciation. I have to admit, I used to think this practice was a bit cheesy. The idea of being grateful for the universe felt too big and abstract when I was just trying to survive the morning. But the secret is to make it small and real.
Exactly. Gratitude isn't about pretending problems don't exist. It's about training your brain to notice the good that coexists with the bad. When you genuinely feel thankful for something, your brain releases serotonin, the calm chemical, and dopamine, the motivation chemical. It gives you the emotional resilience to handle the challenges of the day.
So I started ridiculously small. Some mornings, the only thing I could think of was my coffee. I would literally hold my warm mug and think, I am so grateful for this coffee. Thank you, coffee, for making me a person. And you know what? It worked. It shifted my focus from what was wrong to what was right, even for just a moment. It could be anything: the comfort of your bed, the sound of rain, the fact that you have another day.
That's perfect. It trains your brain to scan for the positives. This is a superpower, especially when you're learning something as challenging as a new language. You'll start to notice your small wins in English more, instead of only focusing on your mistakes. So right now, just pause. Think of one real thing you're grateful for. If you feel comfortable, share it in the comments. Your gratitude could be the positive thing someone else needed to see today.
And there you have it. 7 steps. You woke with intention, you breathed, you hydrated, you found the light, you moved, you focused on your English, and you found a moment of gratitude. You've built a morning routine filled with calm power, not chaos.
Remember, the goal is not perfection, it's presence and consistency. If you have a day where you only manage to drink water and take one deep breath, that is still a win. Celebrate it. Don't let one imperfect day stop you from trying again the next.
We would love to hear from you. Tell us in the comments, which one of these tiny steps will you try tomorrow? We read every single comment and they truly inspire us. If you enjoyed this gentle approach to learning, please hit like and subscribe. It helps our supportive community grow.
Take care, breathe deeply, and begin softly.
We'll see you in the next episode, right here on the Mr. English podcast channel.